In 2017, Charlie Morgan had exactly $87 in his bank account and was drowning in debt. By today, he built a $40 million empire and makes over $800,000 per month. And most people think that he got lucky, but I've been studying every single move that he made for the past 2 years to find out the truth. And the truth is, he didn't use any secret technique or tactic. He just mastered, and I mean mastered, the rules of psychology and business. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the exact blueprint that he used to make his client acquisition easy and win. We need to take a look at the guy behind it, because this guy right here might seem like a bit goofy, right? And stuff like that, because that's kind of his image that he's trying to impersonate, but he's a genius. He's probably the most interesting person that I studied in these 2 years. He's studying fundamental laws like physics and stuff like that, right? So I have 3 points that I want to mention about his story. First point that I want to mention is the input that he made, okay? Because his input was literally 180 books in 3 years, right? So he read more than one book per week from 2017 to 2020, which is crazy, okay? Most people didn't read a book in years, and he just read basically like 180 books in a 3-year short span. So this was the exact reason why he got so smart, because he was reading the books that nobody wanted to read. That's another point that I want to mention. He was studying and he was obsessed with fundamentals. Okay, what are fundamentals? Fundamentals are fundamental disciplines such as psychology, biology, physics, and stuff like that. And he was able to incorporate these into business, which is super, super impressive, because most people think through like shiny object things and new tactics and strategies, but they don't know the fundamentals behind them. So that's what Charlie Morgan basically focused on, right? And his role model was Sam Owens. If you don't know Sam Owens, he's the biggest consultant in the world, or has been the biggest consultant in the world. And he has built consulting.com, and it was sold to Iman Ghazi, I believe so. So as you can see, he had the perfect input into his entrepreneurship journey. He was reading a lot, so he was gaining a lot of knowledge. He was obsessed with fundamentals, right? So he was applying this knowledge into client acquisition, client delivery, and stuff like that. And then he essentially had a perfect role model, in my opinion, because Sam Owens was probably the GOAT of consulting space back in the day. So that was his input, right? Then we have the output. And second of all, this is very important, because this guy is insane, because what I'm going to tell you right now will blow your mind, honestly, because Charlie, when he was starting his entrepreneurship journey in 2017 or something like that, he was working for a mentor of his, right? He was cold calling people, and he had to do around 100 to 200 calls per day, okay, for this guy. And then on top of that, like if you ever try to do 100 sales calls, you know how long they actually take. So on top of actually doing 200 sales calls for this guy, he was making 100 plus sales calls after his work, which is insane. Okay, think about it. This guy was making literally 400 sales calls per day, and he didn't burn out. Or he did, but that's basically a story for another day. But he done 400 sales calls per day, right? And he got smart as fuck, because he was reading, he was just obsessed with self-improvement and nothing else. Outreach and cold calls, basically, that's what got him to a lot of money. So the result of all of this was 2 companies, the Northflow Consulting and Easy Grow. These 2 things are what got him to basically 8 figures or multiple 8 figures, right? And also one more thing that I want to mention, if you listen to Charlie, he has a very, very good pronunciation. He basically talks like a beast, right? He's talking very, very smoothly, and I really, really like it about him. And that's the thing that he mastered through basically like doing 400 calls per day. It's 12,000 cold calls in a single month, which I feel like is just insane. Okay, so that's a little bit about Charlie. If you want to watch more about Charlie, just go ahead to his channel and basically watch his story. I don't want to get too deep into trenches here, but what I want to get into is the breakdown of his funnel. Booked him, I don't know, probably 1,300 appointments or something like that through YouTube. So I'm going to go through the things on this page and how you can apply these same principles that he applied to basically create this super freaking good funnel, right? So first of all, what I really like about his funnel is that he has clear next steps, right? Most people think that they need to basically have this super complicated forms and stuff like that. No, you don't, okay? If you are giving a lot of friction to the prospect before even putting flow into the system, it's not going to work. Step 1 out of 2, watch the video. So super simple steps. Step 2 out of 2, schedule your discovery call. And why are you doing this is because you're decreasing cognitive dissonance. If you don't know what cognitive dissonance is, I can search it up for you. Cognitive dissonance. Right? This thing right here is super crucial because when you are doing marketing, you probably heard about this stuff. Cognitive dissonance is simply when a brain goes from system 1 to system 2 thinking. Think of it as irrational thinking and buying behavior to very rational thinking about every action you do behavior, right? Very simply. And this cognitive dissonance creates like a gap between those two. And essentially, when you are in cognitive dissonance, you're kind of drifting off and you're not paying attention to anything. So you don't want to put your clients into cognitive dissonance, because if you do, well, they will not purchase. Okay, I can guarantee you that they will not purchase. Okay, so this decreases cognitive dissonance because they don't need to think about what to do next. They're told what to do next, so they don't drift off with wandering thoughts about what they should do next. Okay, there was a lot of next freaking words, but yeah, you get my point. So step 1, step 2, right? Very, very simple. Only 2 steps, so everybody can do it. And what he used was VSL. And VSL, if you recall from my last video, or if you haven't seen it, go ahead and watch it in the description, is video sales letter. And video sales letter are perfect for this case because they can show a lot of social proof in a very short period of time, okay, which is exactly what Charlie did, because we will get there, but he has a lot of social proof, okay? So this increases the perceived likelihood of achievement, or the one-on-one-ness, right? Because it feels that Charlie is talking exactly to the audience, right? One-on-one, which is super crucial, because if you want to scale the feeling of one-on-one, you need to create VSL. You cannot achieve that through text. It's impossible. And if you want the exact VSL framework that we use at my company with my clients, for example, the one that we made $30,000 in a single day to, you can head down to the description. There is a waiting list link, and you can basically join this waiting list, because I'm going to be opening up a free community called Funnel Up, where I'm going to be basically revealing all the secrets that I give to my clients basically for free. So yeah, you can check that out if you want to. Next, he basically had only one CTA, always works the best, and it has the most conversions. So he just has Calendly here, right? That's it, nothing else. So people, right after they watch the video, they can immediately book the call, which is super crucial because it again removes cognitive dissonance, okay, and friction, very important. So this decreases the decision fatigue as well. So these are just like fancy terms, but think of it as it's very easy for the prospect to book the call, right? So then he shows what he will show on the discovery call. This is not too important, but yeah, it kind of sometimes spices up the prospects to actually go on the call, and then this is the most important part, right? The social proof. Just imagine you're watching a guy, or you're thinking about buying some program, and you see 3,000 plus happy clients served worldwide, which is crazy number, okay? In the consulting space, this is a crazy number because he's selling high ticket, and very high ticket, okay? I mean like things from $5,000 to $15,000, okay? So you can see huge results here, like new monthly revenue 180,000, new annual revenue 2,160,000. Like, I'm not affiliated with Charlie in any sense, but this guy is a beast when it comes to basically the results that he has with people. That probably tells you that his stuff works. And when it tells you that his stuff works, you will probably book the call, right? Very, very simple. So this is the most important part of his funnel. It's the social proof. And if you don't have social proof, you should start gathering some, because it's very, very crucial to do it. Very, very crucial. Imperium acquisition, again, you can see that here he has a trust pilot. Again, another social proof, right? What's included in the program, nobody actually reads this stuff, but it's a nice touch to have it here. And then again, Calendly. And this is a simple funnel that literally booked him like 1,200 appointments and made him over $40 million online. And if you want the exact framework, as I said, how we build these funnels, like Charlie's, for example, you can head down and join the waiting list for Funnel Up. Okay, not forcing you into anything, obviously, but it's free, so yeah, why not? So next I want to talk about why Charlie actually is super, super great with his partner and the symbiosis that they have together, because I think that joining basically or partnering up with Bo was Charlie's best decision yet, because Basically, Charlie loved sales, right? And he adored sales. He was basically growing up in sales, right? The cold calls and stuff like that, the outreach and just client acquisition. And Bo hated sales. Like, I'm talking like hated sales. And he loved delivery, right? So they kind of went into perfect symbiosis because Bo did the delivery and Charlie did the sales. So they were like the perfect team, and they started to create this insane value because they had great partnership where they gave to each other what the other person didn't have, right? And the biggest takeaway from this video is essentialism, okay? This is actually what Charlie Morgan applied to make $40 million online, okay? It's called essentialism. He just focused on easy grow for the last 5 years, which is crazy. Think about it. If you put and allocate your energy into one thing, you're gonna get huge results and huge exponential results. This is exactly what happened to Charlie Morgan. So I hope you like this video, and if you want the exact templates and frameworks that we used to basically build funnels like Charlie Morgan's one, just click a waiting list down below, join the waiting list for Funnel Hub. It's going to be a free community where I will be teaching people how I make funnels like these, okay? Nothing else. And yeah, and if you like this video, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment. I'm gonna see you on the next one. Bye-bye.